What's up, guys? This is Through the Cringverse, where I react and go over cringe videos on Instagram and give my personal opinions on them. Just a reminder that anyone shown in this video is not to be harassed in any means possible. This video is for entertainment purposes only and is not meant to harm the individual shown. As always, remember to conduct yourselves properly on the internet and please enjoy. Hi guys, I'm so excited to be back and recording. The video that I wanted to come out hasn't I haven't completed it because of how much research is going into it. So it's taking it a lot longer than I expected to be. And I can't make any promises of when it will or won't come out because I don't want to keep going ahead and making empty promises of, oh, it'll come out on this date or this date, and I'm just not at the part where I'm not even writing the script for the video yet. I'm still fully in the researching phase, so for now I'm just gonna be going back to reacting and giving my opinions on stuff, and putting this video as a sidebar because I don't want there to be no content being uploaded or anything. And I enjoy making content, so I don't really like the fact that I haven't been making any recently, but I'm really glad to be just recording again because it's been kind of sad not doing it. Okay, we have our first video. I am the owner of a construction company, and I will never sell an apartment to a couple who holds hands during the tour. Okay. Also, again, I cannot play any of the audios, because it could get me copyright striked, so I don't want to even mess with that. Lord, I don't want to have to read this whole caption. Jesus. ChatGPT, can you please help me? Like, oh my god, what is this? Okay, the first reason he says he won't sell to people, a couple that hold hands, which is weird, is money. They grip each other like the floor might open beneath them. The unit isn't a residence, it's a life raft. People who buy from fear don't renovate. They maintain I don't build for curators of decay. What is that supposed to mean? 2. Status. Their hands are clasped tight, knuckles white, a performance of unity for my benefit. They've rehearsed this. The apartment is a prop in their production of functional partnership. I don't sell stages, I sell structures. What are you talking? Just from this, what are you talking about? I'm so confused. Are people not allowed to have apartments and stuff because like they're couples? I'm confused. I'm really confused. 3. Freedom. He releases her hand to touch a countertop. She immediately reaches to reclaim it. The separation tolerance is 3 seconds. They cannot occupy space independently. What does that have to do with anything? I don't understand. Dude, I don't know. If you guys want to read that, you can. I am not reading that. Absolute rage. But yeah. What is this? So a couple that likes each other and holds hands isn't a good match for you? Sounds about right. Cringe GPT was used for this post. This is such a non-issue, by the way, and if you're an actual real estate and developer, why are you only posting one house over and over again for the past months instead of judging people focus on yourself and your work? Yeah, that's ridiculous. So, like, they just, I would think this is a guy, especially, like, looking at his profile picture, and he's balding. Sorry. That was a little far. Sorry. Why does he have such a thing against couples? I don't understand. What did they do? I don't get it. The couple's not allowed to buy apartments or houses from him? It's weird, but okay. Can we normalize ignoring people when we're upset? Like, what do you mean you're getting mad at me, made me upset, and you're undelivered? What I'm not too happy about, like, the lack of commas in here, because that would have really helped. And that's the wrong your. It's Y-O-U-R. Oh no, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. And no, we can't. Let's not normalize that. Because, like, if you're not talking to someone simply because, like, you're upset, or, like, you're just ignoring them, Like, say, like, they bring up something that you did that bothered them, and now, like, you're upset, and because you can't take the criticism, it's like, you're just gonna ignore them and not, like, actually have a conversation with them because you are not mature enough to handle it. I know, like, I'm not saying all the time, like, you have to, like, respond right away. I, quite a few times have went ahead and just, like, I'm upset, and so I leave a situation entirely. I be with myself either for a few hours, or if it's during the night, I take the rest of the night to myself, and I will text that person the next day and be like, hey, this is why I needed to be alone, this, and that. That way I, like, did not blow up or anything. Because I would rather be in control of what I'm saying and my actions rather than just, like, going off on a whim and everything. Like, I've been trying to do that more. I just, like, just ignoring them is weird. Like, if you want to completely just lack communication with people, like, go ahead, but I just don't think that's a mature thing. Also, I'm very frustrated. I keep seeing, like, her videos on my page, like, all the freaking time, and it's so it's so annoying. Let's normalize communication. Exactly. Can we normalize correct grammar? It was struggling a bit. That's why I read it slowly at the last part. Yeah, another can we check grammar? When I don't want to take responsibility and discuss the issue with them, I'm still a baby. Basically. What am I even reading from? I swear, Instagram is just like, you don't know how to, like, use grammar at all. Oh, Lord. Oh.
But if your man is paying for rent, it doesn't mean he's providing for you. You would have had to pay for rent with or without you there. I don't know who...
That's a weird take. If if you're living with, like, say anyone, and they're paying for rent and you're not contributing to rent at all, that's them providing for you because you have the privilege of not having to pay for the abode you stay in by yourself. They're doing it for you. That is providing for someone. I don't understand. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why aren't you paying rent then? Because you would have to do it if you were alone anyway, so why aren't you doing it? Like, why is it such a problem for you? I don't get it. Single woman keeping single women single? Oh. So there was a lot of single in there. Like, what is this emoji? What is that? And if you were not with him, will you be paying for rent? Really? Because without him there, who's gonna pay it? I always tell women this. Please don't tell women that. That's weird. Okay, so get out. Exactly. Damn! In this fake scenario, rent being $3K? Damn, you must live in New York City or something, or one of the like, big main center cities. Because, like, ain't no way in hell. So let's break this down. If your rent is 3K a month and a man pays it, you now have 3K. Without a man, you now have $0. So if I was to ask anyone, would you rather have 3K or $0? Everyone would say 3K, but for some women, apparently they would rather have 0. This is a really stupid take. Like, someone doing that for you is, like, a really nice gesture too, like, especially if you're living together. Like, having the ability to just sit back and not have to pay for like, contribute any money to the rent is, like, an extreme privilege, because now in this economy you at least need, like, 2 incomes to even keep up with rent or bills. So it's just very odd to me to have this take that seems very, I don't know, just not intelligent. Not intelligent. Abortion is still better than finding babies in garbage bins. Yeah, I agree with that.
Hear me out. We don't kill children in the womb, and then, after we don't kill them in the womb, we don't put them in trash bins.
I am afraid that you are severely overestimating this cruel world.
I don't know what the last girl had to really offer, but okay. I'm still very conflicted on people saying abortion is murder because, like, 9 times out of 10, the reason people say abortion is murder is because of their religion and everything, which I don't understand, like, having so much love and high priority for fetuses in the womb, but then when kids are actually in the world, they don't want free lunches and they don't want stuff like SNAP benefits, so they can't even get like some of the things they need because unfortunately not everyone is born on an even playing ground. Some people are born just financially struggling, and if you make abortion completely illegal, you're just having you could just be having a bunch of poor families having kids, and then you would have an epidemic of starving kids. I don't think they fully think out this argument. Or hear me out, we stop controlling women's bodies. First girl is correct. Yes. Or just put them up for adoption. That's not a good thing. A lot of people say just like, oh, if you don't want the kid, put it up for adoption. One, the person may not want to go through the traumatic like process of birth because it can be very traumatic for people. It's not like a light breeze that just washes over you and it's over. 9 months, that's a lot of time to have your body be morphing and changing for this other being that you're bringing in. And then when you are like birthing the child, you're in so much pain. It's just some people also just aren't fit, like physically fit in order to have the child. They could die having the child. And secondly, what was even the points I was getting to? I don't remember. Hold on. Anyways, the point I'm getting to is like the adoption centers are so full and everything. Like, it's not a good idea to just like encourage people, oh, just put more kids up for adoption, because 9 times out of 10, like I don't know if it's that high, but a lot of times like kids end up like just being pushed off from foster home to foster home to foster home, and a lot of times they end up getting abused. The foster system and like whole adoption agency program is just like heavily oversaturated with people. It is way too overpopulated and there's not enough places for people to go. Adoption is not the best thing to tell people when they don't want a child. I just feel like you're also setting that child up for complete failure. Liked, unliked, got confused, abortion isn't murder, and people mistreat children all the time. Okay, it's just the same. Or you wear protection if you don't want kids. I want to be a little graphic, but I'm very sick and tired of people acting like the only reason for intercourse is simply to reproduce. Do y'all not do anything for pleasure? I don't understand. I don't get it. Reproduction is not the only goal of intercourse. Like, people need a relief sometimes. Like, that's really, really silly, and protection isn't always 100%. There's always ways for it to fail. Or I suggest we get rid of the root of the problem and stop forcing women to have children. Yeah, I've seen a lot, women, and I want to say really just moms, being forced into, oh, you should have kids, I want grandchildren, and all this. And then they have the child, and they're like, okay, this is the thing that everybody's been talking about and hyping me up and saying, I love this so much, it's motherhood. And then they just grow to resent that child because it's like, I didn't want this. This was forced upon me because people just expect you to have children as a woman. And it's just, that child just ends up being abused and everything because that woman never really wanted a child. Okay, next one. No. Copyright. We're at war with Iran. Me knowing Jesus is coming back. What? Don't know if that's copyright. Some Christians on their everyone has to put some now or else people get pissed, and then people still like, oh my god, you said all. Christians on their way to say the most horrendous take and somehow connect to Jesus. That's what I'm talking about. What does Jesus have to do with this? Jesus had nothing to do with this. I know the guy said nobody knew But what? Huh? I'm buffering. What? They would call ICE on him. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. GigaChad ad profile. What the heck's? Been saying this for 2,000 years? I don't think you've been alive for that long, bud. As a Christian, the war has nothing to do with religion. No, it's shitty. I don't think people realize that you can, like, two things can be true at the same time. The person that was running Iran was a shitty person, but the United States is also shit for bombing that, like, girls' school. That was not necessary. That was not necessary at all. People think just because the person that ran Iran, is it Iran or Iran?
It's pronounced Iran.
Okay, Iran. I was saying it wrong. I'm very, 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 very sorry. Okay, back to my freaking point. People are thinking just because the person that ran Iran was bad, that now the citizens need to be taken out too. And it's like, what is wrong with you? And I've seen so many people just like lacking empathy for this. Oh no, I should have saved the video so I could have shown you guys. Oh, I'm so silly. What the frick? Ugh. Because that's like if people took like the US, our country with Trump and was like, oh well, Trump's done all this shit and he's shitty, so like the citizens should all be slimed out as well. And it's like, no, that's no. I cannot vote. I did not vote for this. I do not promote this. Please do not slime me out. I did not agree to this. It's just like a double standard. I've seen the US like do it with so many other places, but as soon as the other places do it to the US is all of a sudden like, oh, but we're not our president, so you can't group us together. Oh my gosh, wow, that's like what they've been saying. You imbecile. When your sister-in-law went and had your husband's biological baby. Excuse me? That's what happens when your husband is an identical twin and shares 100% DNA with your sister-in-law's husband. Why did you have to phrase it like this then? What is wrong with you? I'm so Then no, you didn't have your husband's biological baby because your husband is a completely different person to his twin. Oh my gosh. Why did you word it this way? No. Are you telling me your husband had a kid with his sister? No, that's not what happened. Why? She knew what she was doing. She worded this way for a reason. That's so weird. What's wrong with you? When you do the most selfless sacrifice for them and they reply with, but I didn't ask you to do it. Doing nice actions for someone and then putting it in their face does not mean you are a good person. Like, just because you do something nice for someone does not mean you're a good person. Like, and that does not automatically give you the right to be like, well, I did this nice thing for you, so I did all this for you, I sacrificed this, and it's like, that person did not ask you to do that. You did that out of kindness, but you bringing it back, it is just very weird and selfish, as if they owe you something for it. Kind gestures aren't meant to be owed anything back. They're simply to be kind. I do the stuff I do for, like, my friends and everything because I love them. They're my friends. I don't do it because I want something in return. Like, I support my friends the way I support them because I love them, not because I need something in return or I'm going to use it later. That'd be stupid. I just don't think that's a good mentality to have. It feels like you're asking them to owe you something. Some people give up big pieces of themselves for validation, and it is exhausting to constantly be inundated with things never asked for just so the person can use you as a mirror to look in. You can't do anything good enough to fix your self-esteem so long as you're looking for validation that you're a good person using someone else. Kiss the brick before you throw it at me. You really didn't want the person doing selfless things for you. You could have asked them to stop, yet you kept benefiting off of their kindness. Sure, I do agree with what you said, but you could at least be grateful for the fact that you have someone that cares about you. Because not gonna lie, if that person didn't care about you to some extent, then they wouldn't have done all that. It's true, but like, you can be grateful, but still bringing up the kind events you did for someone, it feels like you're using it as leverage rather than what they were, which were acts of love and kindness. So I don't think it should be looked at as something like, well, then you owe me for it. It's kind of like what parents do of like, well, I birthed you, I fed you, I clothed you. You know, the things a parent are supposed to do. You literally signed up for that when you gave birth to me. I didn't have a say in that. You low-key just went, and I came to life. I didn't get a say in it. Oh, I'm gonna be completely honest here. If you did something completely selfless and sacrificial for them, then the response to your action shouldn't matter. Doing something like that means you do it whether they care or not. If not, then you have not done it fully selflessly. And that's okay, but it must be admitted. Exactly! Because it's not selfless if you then go back and it's like, well, I did this for you. Then you're making it about you. That's a little weird. Me the second I hear his homegirl call him brother. I think it's an audio of her saying no. And obviously, like, she's leaving. I can't play the audio! Sorry. But that's weird. Like, especially if this person has known your boyfriend longer than you have. It's like, you can't just come into, like, someone's life, see the relationship they have, and then be like, no, you can't have this type of relationship or anything like that. And it's like, you can't choose the friendships that your partner keeps or anything like that. That's not really okay unless that person has like explicitly liked them or like continues to like them or something. I think you should have like some standing there. I feel it's weird that you're trying to determine someone else's relationship based off the relationship you have with them. They could be as close as brothers. You don't get to determine that. The whole time they want each other, but how do you know that? I don't get it. What's the problem with that? I mean, I call everyone brother in an argument or just a normal conversation. Unless you mean like thinking someone genuinely is my brother, then I get that. I'm just confused. My homeboy is generally far older than me. He's my brother for real. That's what I'm saying. Like, some people just have older friends and that they've been so close with that they just relate to them as siblings. One of my childhood friends, we're like so close. I can't really say that we're siblings because that would be really weird to say, seeing as we have like tried out dating. It didn't go well, but like it was just one of those like younger childhood things. It's just like, oh, you have a lot of love for this friend and you try a relationship with them and it just doesn't work out and you can still be friends with them. I just don't think it's fair to like determine a relationship that's already been preset before you even came into the picture. It's a little weird. And I think insecurity in this generation with dating is at an all-time high. It's very difficult to get past. Oh lord. Rule number 1, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be talking to anyone that likes you, had you, or used to like you. I don't care how close y'all are. I guess if that's for your relationship, but I'm really tired of these reels saying like, this is a rule and it should be for everyone. This is how our relationship should go because I said so. And it's like, everyone's relationship is different. I don't think you should really have a say in other people's relationships. You can't just make it a full-blown thing for everyone. Like I just said earlier, I had a relationship with my childhood best friend and it's like, it just didn't work out. We're great as friends, but it just doesn't work as a relationship. There's no like romantic feelings there or anything. It's just what happens. Sometimes you become friends with someone and you get so close and you mistake like your friendship love for like romantic love, and it just happens. Sometimes you just try out the relationship, sometimes you don't. But I mean, I'm still friends with my childhood best friend and I'm in a relationship and my boyfriend is completely fine with it, and that's because it's mine and his relationship. You can't like determine everyone's relationship off of that. If you want that for your relationship, go ahead. Are we normalizing being insecure? I hope not. Or just trust your partner. I'm so glad everyone's disagreeing with you. Lol. If you can't trust your girlfriend to say no, then you don't actually trust her. To the people saying insecure, no, it's called respect. I just think the difference is, what does it mean by had you? Like, be in a relationship? I don't think you should be talking to someone that likes you romantically when you're in a relationship. Now, that's a whole different story, but it's like, even my boyfriend, he had feelings for one of his classmates like years ago. This was before I was way in the picture, and I think they dated for a bit, and then that person ended up moving schools, and then later on, a few years later, I came in the picture and we started dating. He didn't have any feelings for that person because they weren't together. I think everyone is in this mindset of like every ex you have needs to be evil and horrible and you have to hate them. And it's like, I don't think it's normal to have so much hate in your heart and thinking like relationships can't be recovered and feelings can't fuse out and you can rebuild relationships with people without there being any romantic tension. It happens. It's all about trust with the person that you're with. I ain't never had to lie about my age. They just fuck with fa kid. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm sad to say, guys, I'm white. Girl, I think she was dancing to this. Girl, that's not something to dance to! You could not waterboard this information out of it. Silent repost, sadly! What do you mean? Oh! That's not cute. Exactly. Please do not glorify this at all. Why we proud? You loved being took advantage of? Why are we proud of this? Oh, Lord. I think my reaction speaks for itself. Oh, to be loved without worrying about that damn female friends. Oh my god! Can y'all not with like the insecurity? Because this isn't even just going applicable to like friends of the opposite gender that, you know, that ended up liking each other. Y'all gotta realize like if they have a dynamic like that where that like your partner is obviously in love with their best friend, it's like just leave. But it's like you can't turn all relationships of your partner and the opposite gender of being romantic. People can be friends with the opposite gender without it being romantic. Oh my god. Like, Jesus. I feel like everyone's just in the mindset that, oh, you're just gonna open straight up and think you have to fuck every single person of the opposite gender. And also, that's fucking weird. You can't like guys too? Silent repost. I would totally repost, but I can't. Just know I was here. What is up with people being like silent repost? Just repost it. You guys have no balls. Been there, done that. I hate the ending. Now it's happening again. Do y'all just love being miserable? How do I tell him this? Also, why are you as a female using female? No respect. No respect. I'm so tired of this. Can't just label every friendship of the opposite gender as romantic. Like, not everyone wants to fuck everything that they see. Jesus. Just because you think like that doesn't mean everybody else does. I don't know what I did to deserve this. I've been on this train for 2 hours. Can people stop unaliving themselves via train? One, that's actually so fucking disgusting that you made this video. Y'all gotta stop being so desensitized. It's actually gross at the fact that, like, you just thought, let me just make a reel. And it's like, you're just not actually acknowledging the fact that people are getting to the point of, like, wanting to end their lives. Like, where is the empathy for the people actually, like, unaliving themselves? Y'all talking about lack of empathy when bro didn't even think about how people he traumatized. I want to see how many people he traumatized. I'm gonna calm down first. Let's choose my last act of life to be selfishness. I am so tired when people go ahead and sit here and say that suicide is selfish. Until you actually struggle with not being able to get out of bed every day, wanting to hurt yourself day in and day out, and feeling the absolute shittiest, and you cannot help it, I don't want to hear anything about people saying that suicide is selfish. Like, the struggle that people face with it is so fucking horrible. And I hate when people have this idea on life of rather labeling the person that was struggling as selfish rather than looking at them with empathy and being like, it was really bad that they were going through that and I feel really bad for them. And I wish there was more we could have done for them. Instead of, oh, they were selfish because they ended it. Because people want to have this mentality of, everyone keeps it pushing, not everyone can handle it. Not everyone can handle it, and it's just, that's so inconsiderate, and it's just, you have no knowledge of what it's like to actually be in that situation. That's horrible. Hey, so someone is dead. Yeah, why even make this post? It's just insensitive. It's really insensitive. A person just died, their family is definitely grieving, their friends are blaming themselves, but you're gonna be late once, and that's the biggest issue here. Exactly. Why are you more worried about the time rather than the fact that, like, oh my gosh, I really feel bad for the people that just did that. Everyone is so, like, in the mindset of, I have to post everything that goes on. Right, people are just desensitized and think, like, they need to post everything on the internet. Like, keep things secret for once instead of, like, having to post everything. It's not necessary. Like, stop. This was insensitive, and you know it, and it was really weird to post this. Oh, Lord. Call me insecure, but I've never seen my mom ask my dad if she can hang out with her boy best friend. You are so in the mindset that everyone needs to fuck the opposite gender that you cannot have normal relationships with people of the opposite gender. I hate people like this. But shouldn't your husband technically be your only boy best friend if you think about that? If you want to live your life like that, sure, but don't police other people like that. I have a friend group with, my main friend group is literally just all boys. It consists of my boyfriend and 3 other boys. And guess what? No romantic feelings there. Crazy. No, well, only for my boyfriend, but... But seriously, it's so easy. If you just stop thinking with your clit or dick, you'll be fine. Can you ask your hairline why it's mad at your eyebrows? You're so wrong for that. Oh. Ooh. That's because your dad never left your mom feeling the kind of void that makes someone seek a boy best friend. What the fuck? Y'all just thinking with your clits. Good lord. Because most people shouldn't have to ask their partners to go hang out with a friend that they trust, regardless of their gender. Exact big like. It's so easy to have the mindset of everyone, like, no matter their gender, it's just a person. I don't really see the whole thing of, oh, because it's a guy or a girl, I have to be careful that because I'm in a relationship. Jesus. Are we in the 19th century? Hello? Boyfriend over friends, best friend. Can y'all use fucking commas? Good lord. Why do I have to keep reading this shit? And you guys seriously lack grammar and you lack using commas. It would make my life so much easier if you just used proper English. Boyfriend over friends, best friend over boyfriend, but that's a combo y'all not ready for. I genuinely think ranking important people in your life over other people is weird. Oh my god, can y'all stop with this shit? I think if your friend or your boyfriend puts you in a position where you have to choose between the two, both of them are not good for you. People that you love should not have to make you choose who you love. That's not right, and that's not okay. You can have love for these two people without it being a competition. Stop making relationships competitive. Lord. How about we stop ranking important people in our life? Exactly. I don't know about y'all, I don't rank, I make a schedule. I put my best friend and partner on the same level, like I prioritize them the most. I mean, it's really not a bad take. That's not a bad take at all. Depends on everyone's situation, to be honest. You shouldn't leave anyone. Then date your best friend if he's more important for you than your partner. Yeah, I think, like, the thing of, like, oh, bros over hoes, or I think the other one's, like, gals before something like that. I don't freaking know. Or is it chicks before dicks? I think it might be that one. That one might sound better. I don't think you should make it a competition over what relationship you value more. If you or someone else puts you in a situation where you need to choose, those people don't love you. Those are not situations that you need to be put in. You won't let your kid drink soda, but trust a shot you've never researched. What? How? Why am I on the anti-vax side of reels? What the frick? There's not much I can say to this. It's just like, kids not having shots is why outbreaks happen between kids. Because, like, kids end up being nasty and, like, pick their nose all the time. And just, like, I don't know why kids always have sticky hands. It's just, ew. I'm a person that always has to have my hands washed. I don't know if my hands feel, this is gonna sound weird, but if my hands feel too much like hands, I need to wash them. It's weird to say that, but it's just how it is. This is how outbreaks happen between children, because you don't want to vaccinate your children because you think, oh, this will only affect me. And then your kid ends up getting some, I don't know, evil fucking disease and start spreading it to the rest of the kids because kids are unhygienic. Moving on. Strange how kids with LGBT parents are way more likely to become LGBTQ. Why'd you add on a letter before? I'm confused. When it's supposed to be something you're born with. Didn't you just prove the point? If two people who are gay have a child and that kid turns out being gay, doesn't that show that they're born being gay because they came from two gay people? What is the point of this video? Oh, this makes sense. Christianity. Okay. Truth matters. I don't think you know what you're fucking talking about. That's like saying, strange that kids with red-haired parents also have red hair. Yeah, it's like me and my mom. Wow, crazy. I can't believe it. How do I have red hair, even though my mom has red hair? Interesting. I think that's kind of suspicious. I think, redheads are indoctrinating the kids nowadays. Like, I don't really trust it. I don't trust the redheads. Holy zero source, you won't complain when Christian parents make their kids Christian, though. Yeah, basically. But you endorse religious parents who happens to have religious children. Have you considered that this is just because they're less afraid to come out if their parents are also queer? I don't even want to read this because it's not even worth trying to explain to somebody with this idiotic opinion, because no matter what you bring to them, whether it be logic, statistics, facts, they will still think what they think because they are ignorant and they don't care about facts. I just have to remind myself that all the time, that hate is ignorance and not logical. I'm actually really happy that I got to make a video, though. I'm kind of sad not making videos, and I think that's like not helping with working on that other video. I did post the teaser for that, so if you want to check that out, you can. I appreciate it. I would really appreciate it, because if I know you're receptive to the video coming out, then I'll definitely push it more. It's very difficult because there's a lot to go over and a lot to go through. So it's like, and also I'm subjecting myself to the stupidest thing for it. So it's like racking my brain against like a wall for entertainment purposes for you guys, because I love you guys. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are. Make sure to hydrate yourself, eat, and I will see you next time. Bye!
God damn it! Resilient.
What the fuck? Oh my god, sorry, I just like... That was my hair! Okay, I need to describe what just happened. I look in the corner of my eye, and freaking my hair is blowing in my fan and everything, because the highlights of the sun, I thought they're like weird sun rays, and I was like, what the fuck is going on beside me? It was just my hair. I got so scared. I'm so sorry. Oh no. I don't know if I like how I said that.